Hello, my loves. This is your Earth Angel, Miyaka Orissa, and I am here again loving you the mostest. So, tonight's conversation is going to get a little thick, right? Because I'm going to touch a subject and a topic that hits a lot of people in that sensitive place. And I'm going to just go ahead and go out there and say it. It's the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit running rampant through the LGBT community, right? I am coming with so much love in this message. I am coming with so much non-judgment in this message. When I say to you, I am loving you the mostest. I'm really here to bring understanding so folks can have right positioning, right? So all of you are my babies. I love all of you. All of you are my babies. I'm here loving you the mostest because of you, your need, your pain, your confusion, your chaos, your unhealing, right? So let me get to the point, all right? Because a lot of forces kept me from getting to this chair tonight. I'm trying to tell you, this is some serious business here. A lot of forces tried to keep me from this chair tonight. That's why it's being broadcast so late, and I apologize for that. But, you know, I got to push through and do what I got to do. So, first I want to bring understanding, right? Because when you understand a thing, you can be right positioned in the thing, okay? I'm coming with a spiritual understanding, removing all flesh. Okay? See, that's the problem. Flesh is all over things that folks don't understand, right? And so they are not capable of being in the right positioning because of that, all right? So we all are reliving past life experiences, okay? All of us. So most of us keep reincarnating so that we can get right whatever sins and transgressions we committed from past lives. Okay? I want you to be patient with me here because I'm about to bring an understanding that has not been spoken. So I already understand that this may or may not be received, but I am obedient. All right? So we are here trying to clean up our crap. All right? So a lot of the things that we're experiencing are due to past life sins and transgressions, right? So when we leave the flesh, we go into a state, okay? In this state of existence, you have a choice, okay? You can either wait for Judgment Day, all right? You can either wait for Judgment Day with the dirtinesses and darknesses on you, on your spirit, right? From existences, okay, that you've lived here on earth. So you can either, they call it purgatory, transition, you know. You can either wait on whatever level of existence you've left yourself in based on the life you lived before. See, that determines on what level you have to wait. A lot of folks don't like the levels that are left for them to wait in. All right? So, what they do is we step back in. Okay? Now, depending on what you did, depending on what your sin was, determines which doors are available for you to step back in. Okay? That's how a lot of us come into families that were not the bestest. Right? And because in real talk, that was the few of the options we had, and we chose the better of the evils, right? So you can see what that line is that you're stepping into before you even come here. My son used to tell me when he was a little boy, "Mommy, I told God you was going to be a good mommy for me. I knew you. I used to watch you all the time. Yeah, I knew you was going to be a good mommy for me." And that did not blow my mind. It did not blow my mind for my son, my 2- and 3-year-old son, to say that to me. Because he was still connected to home, right? He didn't have sin and transgression on his flesh that didn't allow him to remember truth. spiritual truth. Right? So, again, depending on, what sins and transgressions we committed in past lives determines on how we get to come back. Okay? Now, here's the tricky part. Okay? I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. I'm just bringing right spiritual understanding on something many do not understand. Okay? But hopefully by me speaking these words to you, things will start to click. You'll start to remember. Okay? So, when you see a woman, the flesh of a woman, okay? And we call these people gay. When you see the flesh of a woman, but everything, all energy, from the time this woman was a little girl, okay? You saw nothing but boy. See, we're spirit first, okay? So, when you see a woman, but all of her energy, all of her spirit says man, male, boy, I'm sorry. That's what that is. When you see a boy, a man, screaming without makeup, without wigs, without all the trinkets and the frillies, right? The femininities, okay? When you see a little boy who screams without speaking, I am a little girl. Because it is. I'm sorry. Okay? So I'm going to break this down a little bit more. This is not religion. Nope. Sorry. This is spiritual truth. Okay? These spirits, because of past life experiences, okay? Experience is the best teacher you could ever have. And the best way to learn a thing, get the right positioning and understanding on a thing, is to kind of, have to go through a thing, right? And so when you have, and this is spiritually, when you have lived a life that your sin and transgression was so great against the world, okay? Hello, Stacy, my love. When your sin is so great against the world for women or men, what will happen is, and this is in spirit when you're in that transitional phase, right? Because you don't want to wait in that phase of purgatory, low-level spiritual existence, waiting on Judgment Day. So, you see this little girl, flesh of a little girl, but she want to jump off of garages and, throw rocks and play with Tonka toys and dump trucks. Okay, and everything in her is saying, I'm not a little girl, I'm a little boy, because she is a little boy in spirit. What happened was, while in spirit form, okay, hello, Andre Davis, my love, brother dear. When in spirit, they were on the other side, and you have those choices of doors you can choose to come back in. Well, their choices were the opposite. And the reason why they were the opposite is because of the sin that they committed against women or men, okay, too many times. Sorry. Too many times. And those sins shifted, diverted, darkened the balance in the world, okay? So sometimes your one life, and however you have affected the world here can determine, right, on how you get to live and come back, okay? So if you were doing all kind of foul things against women and this act was so egregious against women, okay? But now again, in spirit, you want to come back and get it right. You want to come back and get it right because the flesh is a humdinger. See, once we step into the flesh, we forget. We forget everything, okay? And some of us are capable of remembering. Some of us need help. Some of us never remember. We stay caught up in the chaos of the flesh and never remember home, never remember the truth, never remember reality, spiritual reality. We become consumed in the flesh. So I'm going to get back to the point a little bit there. So again, depending on what you did in that past life determines on what doors you get to come back through. Okay? So, there was an agreement. There was an agreement made with these spirits who chose to come back in the flesh of the opposite sex. Okay? And I don't mean sex in terms of intercourse. Sex in terms of what determines you're male or female. Okay? Again, we're spirit first, clothed in flesh, having human experiences, and all of those experiences are not great. Okay? Going a little deeper now. So the divine has a meeting, so to speak, with these particular spirits. In this meeting, there's an agreement made. The only way they're allowed to come back, okay, and make up for this imbalance, this egregiousness that they contributed to the world's darkness against either men or women, is your life must be committed to the service of the divine. Okay? So you don't get to live your life in the way, and I'm speaking to those that society considers to be gay. I'm speaking to these people who know they are in the opposite flesh. Baby, the only thing you're doing wrong is what you're doing, not who you are. Okay? I'm here to help you remember why you're here. Okay? You are here to service your life to the divine through the love that you come here with. Okay? See, a lot of these children who are in the opposite flesh, but as children, they were set up for failure. Okay? So if the dark side know that these spirits are coming in to bring nothing but love to this world, to make up for the darknesses they contributed to it in their past existences, right? Do you think that the darkness is going to let them just come do that? Hell no. I'm saying no. So the attack begins as children. They're innocent. Nothing about this little boy wanting to play with dolls has anything to do with sex. But because those around these children don't understand, okay, these children are to be cultivated in nothing but love. So that's what they can bring here. But because family members shun them away, okay, abuse them, okay, disown them, right? What they do is they push them away out into the world where those Sodom and Gomorrah spirits can get them. And that's exactly what happens. Okay? Sometimes these Sodom and Gomorrah spirits are within our own families. And they see the spirits of these children. Okay? I'm sorry. Everybody didn't come here to love. Some people are here solely to hate, devour, destroy, in the name of Satan. Keeping it real, I'm sorry. So again, and I'm not speaking this to co-sign any darkness. Nope. I'm not here to make anyone feel uncomfortable. No. I'm here to bring right understanding. Okay? This is God using me to pull down some panties. Okay? I'm going to just speak some truths. Some of you will be able to relate. Some of you will not. That's okay. Our Father God and the divine, our brother Yeshua, will discern for you what I speak. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Okay? But I do understand that there is a divine world movement, right, on the heels of this new world order that's trying to be implemented. Okay? So I'm going to go back again. Okay, so again, these children, nothing in their behavior is saying sex, but that is the way that Satan destroys them. Okay? That is the way that Satan destroys them, so they cannot come here to bring this love and keep their agreement. Okay? They are to abstain from sex because, again, this is reality. If you are in the flesh of a male and your spirit is female, because you are in the flesh of a male does not stop you from being attracted to males. That's what the female spirit is attracted to. Okay? Now, that's not necessarily sex. Okay? There's a divine balance. Okay? A divine balance of male and female. All right? So no matter what, no matter where, no matter how, you're going to get a male and female. And there has to be to create and keep the balance. So naturally, we will, because this is how we were created. Okay? We were created this way. The male and the female are to find each other. These are flames. Okay? The she flame and the he flame. They merge together. They become one flame. Okay? And they burn in his holy fire. Right? That divine fire. Okay? So, again, because this agreement that was made, in order to step back in this earthly realm, okay, to clean up the crap of your past life sins and transgressions, their agreement was you are not to lay with that of your flesh. Sorry. Okay? You're not to do that. But I understand why you do. I understand. But I'm here to help you understand. Okay? Once you become right positioned, and remember this agreement. See, God fashioned you and your spirit divinely. Right? And you are here to do divine things. But there was a greater divisive tactic that was set up against you, so that you couldn't come here and bring all this abundant love. I want you to just kind of fathom for a minute. If every gay person in this world was able to come and just be, exist, and bring nothing but love. Nothing but love. Has nothing to do with sex. Has nothing to do with sexuality. Nothing but love. Okay? Now, I'm sorry, but the other agreement was, again, if you are in the flesh of male, you are to dress as man. If you are in the flesh of woman, you are to dress as woman. You can be who you are. Be who you are. Just don't do what you do. Okay? Because that is what is destroying the possibility for your salvation. Okay? It's not who you are. It's only what you do. No different than what we do, heterosexuals. Right? So again, one sin isn't any different from the other. Yeah, they're ranked differently, but sin is sin. Okay? So when we're to be having sex, we're only to have sex to procreate and to transfer feelings of love, of spirit and spirit through the flesh. So again, that cuts out a lot of lustful sex. That cuts out a whole lot of kind of having sex, right? Now, that doesn't mean that people don't do it, right? But again, your salvation is your own. So regardless of what everyone else is doing, put those horse blinders on. Put those horse blinders on. Okay? Because, see, their destruction doesn't have to be yours. It doesn't have to be. You can flip the script in your life right now. You can completely flip the script in your life right now Because you have all this love inside of you, and that's really what you want to do. You want to love and be loved and just love, right? But because you have been sucked into a world, the only world that would receive you, okay, which is this LGBT community, right? So this again is a sticky and kind of uncomfortable message, okay? Because again, I have babies, my loves, some of them are gay, right? And I thank God that I've been able to assist them in right understanding so they could make the changes in their lives and remember that agreement so they can do here what they came to do, which was love. That's it. Bring nothing but love. Right? And by bringing nothing but love, this was going to create a better situation for them when it's time for them to have that conversation, have that talk on Judgment Day. All right? Because again, we all got to have it. We're all going to have it. Okay? And just like all of us, we're trying to clean up the wreckage and the mess of our past. Right? So that's one less conversation we have to have. Okay? So, now I'm going to switch and flip the script just a little bit. I'm staying in the same neighborhood, but now I'm going to talk about those who are claiming bisexuality. Okay? I'm going to talk about that. I'm sorry, my loves. And I'm not saying that you are a demon, right? But everything is spirit first. And again, spirits walk with us, the good and the bad. They are very active in our lives, the good and the bad. We are greatly influenced by these spirits, the good and the bad. I'm sorry. Okay? So, talking about this bisexuality. Sorry, boos, my loves. That's a Sodom and Gomorrah spirit messing with you. Right? And the reason why it's able to is because how sex was introduced to you as a child. Yep. And because that innocence of yours that was taken from you and the way sex was introduced to you. So I'm about to get a little deeper. So girls, the kissing with the other girls and, the touching with the other girls and, that left a gap in you. A lot of women, they don't like to talk about it. How they kissed with cousins. How they kissed with girlfriends. Right? And it again, their flesh was on fire. Because what had been done to them. And then those innocent children who had never even been touched. But because they're playing with children who have. That dark demonic spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, when God destroyed it, those spirits went somewhere. Keeping it real. They went somewhere. Okay? Lilith and Satan have descendants too. Lilith and Cain, they have descendants too. I'm keeping it real. Okay? So again, I speak to you that this desire, women, my sisters, I'm loving you, but this desire you have, you grew up. When you were a little girl, you knew you liked boys, right? Your spirit was pulled toward the energy of boys, meaning that's what you were attracted to, right? But then a darkness came along, okay? distorted what was natural. Okay? And so now a part of you desires women and men. Okay? And that desire is hard for many of you to fight. Okay? Because real talk is an emptiness and a pain that's keeping it there. That's wanting you to keep it there. That's allowing you to keep it there. Real talk. All you have to do is tell that spirit to flee, to go. You are a child of the Most High. Right? We have to stop feeding our flesh. We have to stop feeding the beast. Because that's what that is. That's what that is. My sisters, I'm sorry. You cannot be married to your husbands and thinking it's okay, to touch and play with your girlfriends in private and in secret. Okay? We can't do that. Right? We cannot allow ourselves to continually drug through the muck of the flesh. Okay? We can't continue to allow ourselves to be drugged through that. Right? Again, this is the year everybody's panties are getting pulled down. And I really... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. But your salvation is on the line, my love. Your salvation. Okay? Brothers too. My brothers. Alright? We cannot continue to allow this Sodom and Gomorrah spirit to have as much play and have as much of its way with us as we have. All right? We got to look at our reality for what it is. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. Right? And the pudding is in the crotch of your panties. Okay? See, Satan has, again, had a divisive plan and tactic in place long ways ago. Okay? And the destroying of you and everything God created is a part of that plan. The reason for that plan, that divisive tactic. Right? So, bisexuality. Those are Sodom and Gomorrah spirits. I'm sorry. Okay? Those women who desire anal sex. I'm keeping it real because ain't nobody doing it. I'm here to talk about it because nobody will. So those women who are desiring anal sex and you allow these men to come home from prison. Okay? I'm keeping it real. And you allow them to feed that darkness. That Sodom and Gomorrah spirit is having its way with your flesh on. Let's vice versa that. So those men in prison, right? Okay? Those men in prison. Having all that Sodom and Gomorrah sex. Okay? Then they come home. Right? And they try to implement this lifestyle. Right? Into the lifestyle of their loving woman who wants to please her man. Right? And she lets him lube it up. Okay? And utilize her in that way. Darken her in that way. My sisters. My brothers. My babies. Satan has had his way with our flesh far too long. Okay? I'm going to throw one at you. One thing I'm not doing is judging. But I'm talking about what nobody will, not judging. Okay? See, this is not about what it looked like. We all know what it looks like. This is not about how it makes us feel. Because real talk, this ain't even about us. See? This isn't even about us. Right? But what we're looking at every day, what Satan is mushing in our face every day, he's not mushing love in our face, loving couples. He is mushing the most darkest, deviant, nastiest behaviors, right? It's all over our TVs. It's all over the radio. It's all up and down the street, right? So again, you know, because the Sodom and Gomorrah community was the only community that would accept and receive our babies that were in the opposite flesh, okay? Satan was able to totally divert their path and take them down a whole nother road that was never meant for them, okay? And so, again, my babies who are gay, all right, the males in the female flesh and the females in the male flesh, all right? See, again, you're not wrong for who you are. You are here to bring nothing but love. But a part of that agreement, okay, was that you are to not lay with that of your flesh. I mean, real talk, let's look at what it's brought you. Let's exclude society. Let's just exclude society, okay? And I'm speaking to the spirits in the opposite flesh, because I don't even like the word gay. That's not befitting of what that reality is. So I'll just say the spirits that are in the opposite flesh. Look at the relationships you've had and the pain, chaos, and confusion they've brought. Right? And some of you brought your own. Right? And not to say that this does not happen in heterosexual relationships. Right? But the bottom line and the meaning behind the chaos, confusion, right, darkness that has occurred in the relationships you've been in, was to keep you from doing what you came here to do. Right? Keep you from doing what you came here to do. So, again, this transgender, okay? Let's talk about that. Everybody wants to holler and hoot. They want to scream and yell. They want to, you know, have a voice and an opinion and a judgment. Right? Again, my babies are only trying to live their truths. But that's one truth. You can't live in that way. Okay? And if society would just leave y'all the hell alone and let y'all come here and just love the world. Just love the world. Bring nothing but love into this world. Okay? You had no sin until they gave it to you. Okay? Until somebody messed with you. Took you as a little girl, as a little boy, in the opposite flesh. Somebody took you in the wrong direction. You didn't come here that way, in the wrong direction. You were just in the opposite flesh. They're only in the opposite flesh. So some of you mothers and fathers, you have children right now that you're looking at. Okay? You want to support them and you want to, you know, encourage them to be happy, right? And live their truths. But don't let them feel it's okay to put on high heels if you have a son. Okay? Don't let him feel that it's so. Hey, let him play with dolls if he wants to. He just can't wear high heels. He can't put barrettes in his hair. That is one of the agreements that they made with God, to not do that. Okay? See, that was part of the problem. Their flesh. Their flesh. Right? What it looked like. What it felt like. You know, what they could do with it. And what they could do to others. So again, these past life experiences, okay, this is what has set this agreement in place. In order to come back, you had to agree to bring nothing but love to the world in service of the divine, our Father God, our brother Yeshua, our mother Gaia. All right? So, again, the transgender, stop mutilating your bodies. Please. Okay? I understand why. Because to you, it's not you mutilating your body. It's you living your truth. Right? But to the divine. See, I'm even speaking when women go get breast implants and they go altering their nose. You know, different things like that. All right? Men want to extend their penises. Really? I mean, really, who are they trying to have sex with? Giants? Help me understand. Right? Anyway. So again, you know, I understand why you put on the heels and you alter your physical selves. Right? Because the world has just done so many foul things to you that has made it hard for you to live in your true existence as you are, beautiful, right? I understand. I understand. Those of us who are judging, those of you who are allowing these Sodom and Gomorrah spirits to dwell with you, exist within you, okay? Even the Jezebels, okay? And I'm speaking specifically to these women, okay? My sisters who are attracted to men, but also attracted to women. So what they'll do is they'll get into sexual relationships with women that look like men. Did you just hear what I said? Now, if that don't sound like the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit to you, if that don't sound like chaos and confusion to you, you're attracted to men. Okay? You love men. But you'll get with a woman that looks like a man. Let that marinate and percolate a little bit. I'm just speaking truth. I'm not judging. You're wrong for that. Okay? You're wrong for that. Okay? Brothers. Okay? Brothers. All right? You do the same thing. Cut it out, knock it off. Okay? Deception is a spirit and not a spirit of our Father God. This is truth. You know that. All right? Manipulation. That is not a spirit of our Father God. You know that. Okay? We know this. Okay? So again, if you're deceiving someone, and using manipulative tactics to have your way, your fleshly way and influence with these people, you are so wrong. You are so wrong. Okay? I have a lot of my babies who are in the opposite flesh, whose hearts have been just destroyed. All right? Because again, real talk, all they want to do is just love and be loved. So they go all over the place. They even think they're going to find it through their flesh. So they go through that world of darkness. You know what's going on in them strip clubs. Yeah. Okay? You know what goes on in that world. Okay? And so it takes the love and that energy and that positive part of them and takes it to a dirty, dark place. Right? Because again, all they're trying to do is just love and be loved. And the only place that they can go is the place that'll accept them. But ain't no love there. It's chaos, confusion, manipulation, deception. Right? So again, these women will get with men who are in the flesh of a woman. Right? Dressing as a man. Trying to live as close to their truth as they can. So they'll get in relationships with women who claim to be bisexual. Are you hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay? And I'm not speaking this in a judgmental way. I'm speaking this in terms of so you can hear the reality in like the underlying factor. Okay, come out your feelings. Let's just look at the real part of what I'm saying means. Okay? The Sodom and Gomorrah spirit is doing the mostest. It's doing a bit much. And you're allowing it. You're allowing it. Right? It's a reason why we're seeing all this LGBT just magnified in the world. Okay? Understand and know this was part of Satan's plan a long time ago. Okay, this is nothing new. But God is allowing all darknesses to come to the surface. All darknesses to come to the surface. He's throwing another lifeline. I'm that lifeline to help you remember that agreement. It's not too late. Okay? The power of love, oh baby. That there, just the power of love, abundant love, spirit love, right? It heals. It can also destroy. See, the power of love can destroy darkness. But understand and know Satan wasn't going to let that happen easily. He was not going to just let that go down like that. Okay? Just like he wasn't going to let Jesus come here and bring love. Okay? He wasn't going to allow the truth to be spoken. Okay? Love will destroy him and all that is of him. He has the sentence to understand. Okay? So while we're judging, okay, hating, having opinions, okay, look folks, quit tripping. All right? Quit tripping. Because see, really, we're tripping on the wrong source. Okay? This is a demonic Sodom and Gomorrah spirit that is moving and running rampant in that community. If you're going to keep it real and if you're going to be honest with yourself, just look at it. And I'm not talking about those who are not in that lifestyle. Okay? Because real talk, you only get to see what's on the surface. Okay? It goes deep. It goes deep. Okay? And so again, keep it real with yourself. Lift your own crotch of your panties. You judge it for yourself. Okay? Again, I'm speaking to these men. My brothers, fathers of the world, who are living a lie. And now, they aren't even in the opposite flesh. They're actually men, right? Raised as little boys, liking girls. They came up liking girls. And a darkness was introduced to them. Keeping it real, speaking truth. Right? A lot of times we want to get mad at the person. We want to get mad at the behavior. Let's get mad at that demon. Okay? See, that's what needs to be casted out. That demonic spirit. Okay? That is what needs to be destroyed. Again, when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, those spirits had to go somewhere. Okay? Again, we are spirits having human experiences in the vehicle of the flesh. Okay? You're going to see more. You're going to see more. Okay? You're going to see more sexual darknesses. And really, it's nothing new. It's been here, doing, right? Hiding, blending in. Okay? My babies, my brothers, my sisters, okay, who are in the opposite flesh, come out of that Sodom and Gomorrah world. Okay? It is not too late for you to save yourself. You can still come here and bring love to this world. Okay? You can still come here and commit your lives. Commit your lives. Really, what has... Because I know many who would love to just throw sex right out the door, out the window, like be done with it. Because it hasn't brought anything good. But those who are in the lifestyle of will only accept, right? Only exist and dwell with. Okay? These people who are in the opposite flesh. Those that are of the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit. Right? Again, that Sodom and Gomorrah spirit has been running rapid in the church. But now all of a sudden, everybody wants to make a big whoopla. Right? But many of them in the church were using these spirits knowing, okay, that choir director, knowing that deacon, knowing that sister who liked to wear suits, knowing. But as long as it was benefiting the church, okay, I'm just speaking some truths. A lot of us have our own sin in our own file. Okay? And I'm speaking those of us who are not in the LGBT community. Right? Those of us who call themselves lovers of the Lord. Right? Men and women of God. Okay? So I'm just saying, with right understanding or a better understanding, you can deal with the thing a little bit better. You can reposition yourself. Come out of the negativity. Right? A lot of times I have to put myself in check when I see things that are against the divine. But the only reason why I have to put myself in check is because I'm in my emotions. If I'm dealing in reality, my emotions cannot get in the way. And again, reality is, okay, the Jezebel spirit, that Sodom and Gomorrah spirit, okay, that's what we're looking at. That's what needs to be destroyed. Okay? Because real talk, if we killed every gay person in the world, do you know that Sodom and Gomorrah spirit that walked with them? Do you know that Sodom and Gomorrah spirit that taunted them? Right? Would still be there. moving on to someone else. Feel me now. Okay? So again, everything is spirit first. There's a spirit of lies. There's a spirit of anger, spirit of deception. Okay? Spirit of lust. Okay? There's everything you think you're feeling in your flesh is a spirit. Right? The spirit of love and the spirit of happiness. The spirit of joy. See, those are spirits as well. The spirit of salvation. Right? The energy and the love of it is awesome. The spirit of salvation. Okay? You're not wrong for who you are. Those spirits who are in the opposite flesh. You're wrong for what you do. Okay? I'm just helping you understand a little bit better your reality and remember your truth, that agreement. Okay? Ask God, help you remember. You know, in previous posts, you'll see that I often say you have to remember your truth. Remember God. Remember Yeshua. Remember the divine. Remember them. All right? The flesh has made us forget. Forget home, our gifts, our powers, our reason for coming back. Right? Again, within this and because of this new world order that is trying to be implemented and shoved down our throats, there's a divine world order, a divine movement that's on the heels of it. Okay? And again, this is that lifeline. One of the other lifelines to help you remember those of you who are in the opposite flesh is in the Bible. Men do not lay with men. Okay? Do not dress as women. Men, do not lay with men. Okay? And do not dress as women. Women, do not lay with women and do not dress as man. Okay? Right? If we all know that sex, just mere sex, can ruin any relationship. All right? Now let's add some dirtiness onto that. Now let's add a little demonic spirit onto that. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? Okay? All right? So, again, my loves, I say to you, those of you who are allowing bisexual behaviors, okay, to be your norm, okay, this is your flesh flaming on fire because of things you have not healed from. And that Sodom and Gomorrah spirit is using that very crack, that very unhealed place to have you in that way. To have you all over the place with your tail. I'm speaking to my brothers and my sisters. Okay? Before I go, I'm going to shed a little light on this crazy occurrence. You know, Bruce Jenner, and I'm not speaking in a judgmental way, but that one situation there has layers, right? Layers of a reality in it that I'm not sure that everyone is seeing, right? You know, this is a man through all his life portrayed himself as a heterosexual man, and like a meteor out of nowhere for most of us, I'm quite sure those who were, you know, in his private life, in his personal life, was aware, you know, of what his reality was, right? But those of us in the world, you know, who saw him the way the media portrayed him to us, right? So it was like a blow, right? Bruce Jenner, right? Gay? Okay. Then he goes through the process. Okay. So, okay, Bruce Jenner, female spirit in the opposite flesh. Now, he goes and gets the transformation done to look as a woman, to live his so-called truth. And then he comes out and says he's friggin' gay, meaning he's attracted to women. God, are you serious? Did you hear what I just said? Bruce Jenner comes out as, gay. So that means he's the opposite flesh of his spirit. Then he makes the transformation to be as woman, as he feels he is inside. And then he comes out to say that he's a gay woman, meaning he's a woman attracted to women. So again, that one situation right there is giving all the proof and confirmation to what I'm saying to you. That Sodom and Gomorrah spirit. Okay? Now, if that's not craziness, I want you to add it up for me. And then when you figure it out, message me or something, because I ain't got time to wait on that answer. You'll be forever trying to figure that one out. Right? So, again, the proof is in the pudding. Right? Reality, it's showing itself. Okay? And again, while we're judging the LGBT community and their lifestyle and all that it is, what we really need to be doing is praying against that demonic spirit. Those demonic spirits that are running amok within that community. There are many of those people, those spirits who are caught up in their flesh. Right? They're caught up in the darkness of it. And they get sucked in deeper and deeper. I know many people, okay, men and women, who have indulged in different behaviors, right? And they knew they were not right. They knew it was of darkness. They knew it was a great sin. But their flesh, they couldn't fight the feeling, right? To have this alternative lifestyle, to tell lies and keep up deception so they could have this alternative lifestyle, right? And again, it's this Sodom and Gomorrah spirit running amok. Okay? This is one of the divisive tactics that Satan is utilizing to destroy everything our Father God created. Okay? So again, some of you will agree. Some of you will not with what I've spoken tonight, and that's okay, right? That's okay. I'm not here to make friends in that way, like, just whoever agrees with me and, whoever likes what I'm saying. No, that's not what this is about. I love you anyway. You don't have to like it. You don't even have to like me, but I love you anyway, all right? See, I understand. So again, my darlings, I say to you, I want you to just look at, those of you who are in that lifestyle. I want you to just look at you. Look at who's around you. What they're bringing to your life. What you're allowing them to bring. Okay? All of us are here for a reason. And we have to remember why we're here. And we have to get right positioned here so that we can do what we came here to do. But the sins and the darknesses of the flesh and a lot of diversions come through sex. And they start as children, these darknesses. Getting them as children, right? My son asked me one time, he's 18, he'll be 19. He says, Mom, why ain't all crazy about sex like a lot of, my friends are and, a lot of guys are. Why don't, act all retarded about, sex like that? Now, mind you, he's a very attractive young man. And he loves him to mess out of women. Been loving him since he got here. Been loving him since he got here. But again, his innocence wasn't taken from him. So that's what I had to explain to him. Because your innocence was not taken from you, sex was not introduced to you in a dark way, right? Well before your time, well before it was necessary to be, okay? You can have a natural flow and a natural energy within you when it comes to sex. See, that sexual darkness hadn't been placed on his flesh as a child to where he's grown up to trying to prove a point and, living out of both draw legs with his penis. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it starts as children. This darkness comes, and sometimes it comes through other children, right? Sometimes it comes through other children who have been affected by that darkness. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that, Satan has had his way far too long. Satan has, and he got a crew. He got a legion too. Right? He got a crew. He got members. He got supporters. Boo. A lot of times folks want to blame Satan for things, but it don't even be him. It be one of his peeps. Right? It be one of his homies. And so again, those that are of the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit, those demons, his homies, right? You are not wrong for who you are. You are wrong for what you do. Okay? It's basically most of us. Right? So I love you, my darlings. I hope I didn't step too hard on too many toes. Okay? But those of you who are living your lives and you're not allowing that divine holy breath, right, to stand you up, straighten you out, clean you off, and right you up in him, okay, it's time to get resituated. Those of you who are in the world, come out. Come out. Get away from there. It's going to burn. It's going to burn. Right? And you don't want to be caught up in that flame. So what I'm saying is, again, we all are trying to get right so we can get back home. We're trying to get back home, right? And so, again, we all got some stuff to clean up. We all got some stuff to do, right? But I'm just here to help you, remember what your truth is. Speaking again to the spirits who are in the wrong flesh, right? The spirits who are in the right flesh, but allowing themselves to live in this bisexual behavior way. Right? And again, that's feeding your flesh. That is feeding your flesh with darkness. We're only to have sex to procreate and transfer feelings of love from spirit to spirit through the flesh. You feel me? So again, if the screwing, well, again, the doing it, all of that, right? Whether you're heterosexual or not, okay? We gotta get right. We gotta get right with our bodies. We have to get right with our minds and our spirits. We have to stop allowing these dark spirits to dwell with us, right? We have to stop receiving them as if they are us. Okay? We have to denounce them. We have to turn our backs on them. Right? Again, I love you, my darlings. This is your Earth Angel, Miyaka Orissa. Loving you the mostest. I'm going to continue to bring truth. as uncomfortable as it's going to be sometimes. It's even uncomfortable for me. All right? So I know how some of the things I speak have made you feel. Okay? So again, I say, I love you. I am here. I hope this message was able to help with understanding, if nothing else. All right? Share this message. Okay? You can check me on YouTube. You can check me out on Your Earth Angel Speaks on Facebook. Okay? There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. Right? Our salvation is at stake. It's on the line. Okay? I love you the mostest, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.